What's up guys, welcome back to my channel and to another Music of the Americas video, and for today we'll be talking about Candombe, which is a style of music from Uruguay. And I just want to give a quick shout out to my subscriber who suggested this musical genre. Candombe is a style of music and dance that immigrated to Uruguay with enslaved Africans and is practiced to a lesser extent in Argentina, Paraguay, and Brazil. Derived from the Central African Kikongo word Ndombe meaning black and Ka meaning things having to do with, Candombe reflects things having to do with African people. The word Candombe literally means place and dance of Africans. This Uruguayan style of music is based on three different drums: the chico, which is the smallest drum and serves as the rhythmic pendulum; the repique, which is the medium-sized drum, which embellishes candombe's rhythm with improvised phrases; and piano drums, which are the largest. Its function is similar to that of the upright or electric bass. When a group of three or more drummers play together, they form a cuerda or rope. It is usually played in February during Carnival in Montevideo, at dance parades called llamadas, and desfile inaugural del Carnaval. Montevideo, the capital of Uruguay, was founded by the Spanish in a process that was begun in 1724 and completed in 1730. African slaves were first introduced to the city in 1750. The roots of this population were not homogeneous, but rather a multi-ethnic swath of Africa that was culturally quite varied. 71% were sourced from the Bantu area, from Eastern and Equatorial Africa, while the rest came from the non-Bantu Western regions of Africa. Candombe is what survives of this ancestral heritage of Bantu roots, brought by the blacks arriving at the Rio de Plata. Its musical spirit sums up the sorrows of the unfortunate slaves who were hastily transplanted to South America to be sold and subjected to brutal work. Being from different nations and regions, the slaves didn't have the possibility of communicating through language, so they communicated through drums and dance. Each tribe had a particular rhythm that could be identified from afar. During colonial times, the newly arrived Africans called their drums tango and used this term to refer to the place where they gathered to perform their candombe dances. By extension, the dances themselves were also called tangos. With the word tango, they defined the place, the instruments, and the dance of the blacks. Within their new living quarters, African musicians gave birth to a rhythm and tradition which has been passed on for generations. Upper-class whites tried to ban candombe gatherings in the 19th century. One of the earliest historical documents tracing candombe music is an 1808 police record, when citizens of Montevideo requested that these dances be repressed and completely prohibited. Afro-descendants took their music underground to defy the oppressive conditions of slavery. Despite being brandished as a racially disparaging qualification, this has never dissuaded non-Afro-Uruguayan interest in candombe, but it does complicate it. At first, it was a religious ritual from Africa that was later re-signified and employed during Catholic festivities, which today has translated into Carnaval in Uruguay. During the Carnaval, the dance and music are filled with symbols of African descendants' painful past. The groups that perform the llamadas are called comparsas and are made up of the cuerdas or drummers and dancers. A full Candombe group, collectively known as a comparsa lubola, which is composed of blackened white people, traditionally with burnt corks, or candombera, composed of black people, constitutes the cuerda. There are three main characters that lead the llamadas: the mama vieja, or the old grandmother, the gramillero, or the old herb doctor, which is usually an older black man dressed in a top hat and frock coat carrying a bag of herbs, and the escobero. The gramillero walks with a cane as if he's about to fall over. The mama vieja carries an umbrella attending to the gramillero. The escobero sweeps the ground with a great baton. The gramillero and mama vieja symbolize two key figures in afro-uruguayan history: the old doctor who uses medicinal herbs to cure, and the grandmother, the matriarchal figure. The escobero is responsible for taking charge of the spirits of the comparsa. The escobero walks in front of the flags to clean the bad spirits, opening the way for the comparsa. He has to be an expert candombero and a graceful dancer who performs extraordinary feats of juggling and balance with his broom. A group of female dancers, known as mulatas, accompany them as well. The drummers of the comparsa walk very slowly, barely separating their feet as they walk. This rhythm and style of procession is meant to symbolize Afro-descendants' past and historical roots when their ancestors were made to walk with chains and shackles. Candombe is performed regularly in the streets of Old Montevideo's South neighborhood in January and February, during Uruguay's carnival period, and also in the rest of the country. All the comparsas, of which there are 80 or 90 in existence, participate in a massive carnival parade called Las Llamadas, and vie with each other in official competitions in the Teatro de Verano theater. During Las Llamadas, members of the comparsa often wear costumes that reflect the music's historical roots in the slave trade, such as sun hats and black face paint. In 2006, the government of Uruguay declared December 3rd to be the National Day of Candombe, the afro-uruguayan culture, and racial equality. 3 years later, in 2009, the tradition of Candombe was inscribed by UNESCO on the representative list of the intangible cultural heritage of humanity, which brings the practice even more attention and solidifies its place as parts of Uruguayan and world culture. That's it for this video, guys. I hope that you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to comment down below and give it a like. Also, if there are any musical genres from your own cultures that you'd like to see me do a video on, please let me know. You can comment it down below. You can message me, email me. Either way, I'll get the message. And with that being said, I will check you guys in my next video. Bye!